Welcome back, golfers, to another episode of the Zero Spin Axis Golf Swing. So we've been working on our takeaway, getting you dialed in with that and with the right grip. And what I want to do right now, we're going to stay with the irons, but I want to talk about what do we need to do in the backswing. And there's a couple different ways to find your backswing, and that's what we have to do is base it off your range of motion and what you're comfortable with. Now, on the setup, when we talked about this first part of the takeaway, we want to get to here. And from here, we just really want to get into a throwing position. So if you think about it, if you're just going to wind up a little bit to go throw the club, don't throw it. I've had one golfer try to do that. Somehow the club went flying and it didn't hurt anybody or hit anything miraculous. But I want you to think about a throwing position. Are you going to throw a ball very far this way? Probably not. You going to throw it with a straight arm? No. So we got to figure out what is your comfortable position. And it's really something that you have to find a feel for. So it's like feeling the center mass of the club, the overall weight of that club, where that sets. Is it a little bit higher, a little bit lower? What you feel comfortable with, because it's going to have a lot to do with external rotation of your shoulder joint. And if you think about it, if you've been pitching baseball, I used to pitch in Little League, so I had pretty good, I can get my arm set back there with no trouble at all. If you try to increase your external rotation, you have to rotate back, don't worry about it. Nicholas, a lot of players played from this position. This is not a bad position to play from. So you just have to find out what you feel comfortable with. So the first thing to do is go ahead and get that up into a throwing position. And then what we want to do is take our lead arm and bring it over. And there's a couple things that are going to happen. You're going to find yourself working off the ball. You're going to find yourself having to pull that right arm down. All of that's okay for right now. Because like I said, we're going to show you a couple different ways to find your backswing position. And based on your range of motion, your tendencies, it can vary a lot in these videos. And I'll do a bunch of different videos on this backswing position. Right now, we're going to start out with just kind of a basic one for beginners to help find their position. So first thing, as we've been saying here, find that throwing position. Okay, now put that lead arm back on, take the grip. Where are you? You can hear a different sound in my voice because I'm really, really winding up my upper body. So now we'll do it looking at the ball. Notice I can't quite get as far. Okay, that's fine. Question is, how does this left arm need to be? Because this is our strength. If I carried something really heavy, I want to carry it with a shorter arm, bent arm versus a long arm. You wouldn't carry a 50-pound weight this way, but you could here, okay? So we want that arm back. So I don't mind this lead arm being a little bit soft, okay? Because our strength is going to be really in that right hand. So that's one way, is to allow everything to fold up and be a little bit longer. Or should you be a little bit wider and stay here and make this backswing shorter? The question becomes, what do we do in the downswing? We'll get to that later on in another video. Another way you can find this is to actually go ahead and get set up. Simply put the club right on your right shoulder joint for a trail shoulder joint. Rotate back, keep your posture, and then extend. There's your backswing. That's all you need to do. How much lateral motion versus rotation? Again, it's going to be based on your flexibility. Again, I want to think about, I'm winding up to throw a ball. Okay? There's going to be pressure on that inside of that trail leg where that right hip or trail hip gets a little bit higher so I can start swinging down through the ball. If I get too much this way, I'm swinging in a barrel, okay? I really can't push off, but some people can hit a ball that way. Should you stay loaded up, stacked on the left side or your lead side? Again, that's another technique of doing it. Don't think it's the optimum distance. Actually, I know for a fact it's not optimum because I'd have to push and tilt back, hence stack and tilt. And now I got momentum going this way, but I'm trying to swing the club that way. Probably not best for long drives or more, yeah, definitely not best for long drives. At least you don't see the long drivers doing that. So I like to, again, move off the ball a little bit, having a little bit of lateral movement, a couple inches. We'll look at some sports box numbers. And then from here, then we can work into it. So you can actually hit balls. On the joint, turn, move kind of away diagonally, and then make your downswing. And you can actually hit balls that way to find the feeling of your swing. Those are just a couple ways to help you find your backswing position. One, get into that throwing position, bring that lead arm back, fold up on the shoulder joint, turn, and set. Both of those are good ways to find your position. Again, we want load up into that trail hip, so this way we can work down. And that throwing motion is really key to hit the ball well. Can't wait to get to the downswing, but right now let's get you loaded up into the backswing to find your best position. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on how to create your zero spin axis golf swing. Later.